fellow second grade, and welcome to Unit 4. So by now we've completed Unit 3, and you should have turned in your Unit 3 Big Idea project. We're going to begin with our Unit 4 opener. So this is going to be the introduction for Unit 4.
Unit 4, Citizens and Government. Big Idea. People's actions affect others. People's actions can help or hurt others. Think about a time when your actions affected another person. In this unit, you will learn about being a responsible citizen who helps others and follows rules. You will also learn how rules and laws keep people safe and help us to get along. Use my notebook to take notes about responsible citizens and how rules and laws keep people safe. You will use your notes to help you complete a project at the end of the unit. Reading skill. Author's purpose. An author is a person who writes stories and other texts. Authors have a purpose for writing. The purpose may be to answer, explain, or describe something. When you read, it is important to think about the author's purpose and the reasons that support it. This will help you focus on what you should understand about the text. To learn and practice the reading skill, click on the Skill Builders icon.
All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go through our Learn It, our Try It, and then our Apply It section. So in the Learn It section, it says to find the author's purpose and reasons to support it. Number 1, you need to read the text, so read the writing that's available to you. Number 2, decide what the author wants to describe, explain, or answer. And number 3, read the text again, which we call rereading, and look for the reasons that support the author's purpose. Now, for this part, they've already highlighted the important parts for you. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to read through it twice, and then we're going to put the information that we gathered into our graphic organizer on page 93. So this passage says, "My name is Carlos. I am moving to America. My parents chose to move for better jobs. We will be able to buy a house. My parents hope to make a better life for our family in America." So let's read through that one more time to figure out what the author's purpose is and what reasons the author gives to support that purpose. My name is Carlos. I'm moving to America. So we know that he's writing to tell us that he's moving to America. Now we're going to find out why. My parents chose to move for better jobs. Okay, that's one reason. We will be able to buy a house. That's a second reason. My parents hope to make a better life for our family in America. That's our third reason. So over here we have the author's purpose, where we can take this section and write it in here. The reasons we just went over, this sentence, and this sentence. So you don't need to write the complete sentence in these. Over here you can just write better jobs, buy a house, better life for the family in these 3 areas. So make sure you write neatly so I'm able to read your handwriting. Now in the Apply It section, it says read the letter below. Who is the author of the letter? You're going to write the name of the author on this line. Then you're going to circle what the author wants to describe and underline the reasons that support what the author wants to describe. So let's read through it once to get familiar with the text, and then we're going to go back and find the information that we need. Dear Manuel, I saw the Statue of Liberty today. It is in New York City. The statue is 305 feet tall. Did you know the Statue of Liberty welcomes people to America? Your friend, Carlos. So we read through it one time. Let's reread it and have these questions in mind. So the first thing we want to find out is who is the author? So who's the person that wrote the letter? The second thing we want to do is circle what the author wants to describe. And the third thing we're going to do is underline the reasons that support what the author wants to describe. So let's read through it one more time. Dear Manuel, I saw the Statue of Liberty today. It is in New York City. The statue is 305 feet tall. Did you know the Statue of Liberty welcomes people to America? Your friend, Carlos. So we know that when we're reading a letter, The person who wrote the letter will usually sign their name off at the very end. So we know over here, the author of the letter is Carlos. He wants to describe the Statue of Liberty, so we're going to circle that. And what he's describing about it, or what he's saying about it, is what we're going to underline. It's in New York City. It's 305 feet tall, and it welcomes people to America. So those are the three things that we can underline in this section. Once you've completed that neatly, we're going to go on to our next pages, 94 and 95. Now for page 94, we're going to go over the words to know. So this is a list of important words that we're going to learn in this unit.
Words to know. In this unit, you will learn many new words. Click on the vocabulary icon to play games.
Now, if you're going through our website and pulling this information online, there are vocabulary games that you can play. Otherwise, our words for this unit are going to be citizen, rights, volunteer, recycle, government, and constitution. Now, for page 95, you don't need to do the foldable section, so you can skip that. For page 95, you're going to see the definitions in the bottom half of each section. Your vocabulary word is going to be in bold, and it's going to be highlighted with yellow. And then there's going to be a question either above it or below it that you need to answer. So please make sure you're doing these very carefully. A citizen is a person who belongs to a country. Finish the sentence. I am a citizen of, so list the country that you're in or the country that you're from. Rights are freedoms people have. Circle a right or freedom you have. I can take things that do not belong to me, or I can go to school. Circle the one that is a right that you have. Your next word is the word volunteer. A volunteer is a person who works for free to help others. Write the name of a person who is a volunteer at your school. So think of somebody who helps out or who stops by from time to time. Think about any special activities that we do once in a while where someone else comes, like our art teacher, Miss Ellen. Your next word is recycle. To recycle means to reuse something. What kind of things can be recycled? So think about something that you use over and over again. And list one or two things down on the lines below. Your next word is government. A government is all of the people who run a community, state, or a country. So the people who are in charge. Cross out the word that does not belong with government. A mayor, a governor, a president, or a baker. So the only word here that doesn't belong is going to be the word baker, because a baker is not in charge of a town or city or state or country. And your last word is the word constitution. The Constitution is a plan for our government. The Constitution has important laws. What is a law that you follow? So pick any law that you're familiar with and go ahead and write it down at the bottom of page 95. Now our next section is going to be about primary sources.
Primary sources. Documents and audio-video recordings. Documents are a type of primary source. A document is a paper that gives information. The document pictured here is the Constitution of the United States. Audio and video recordings are also sources of information. They have sound and moving pictures. The video recording pictured here is a secondary source. A secondary source is something that is made or written after an event happens. This video recording is about the Constitution. To learn and practice the primary source skill, click on the Skill Builders icon. Unit 4.
Okay, so the Skill Builder icon, again, is one of the features that we have online if you want to go through and use it. Our first question here says, how can you tell the first three words of the Constitution are important? So if you look up here at the Constitution, you can see the first three words are "we the people." So what is it about these three words that is important? Take a look at the size, take a look at how it's written and where it's written. All of those are important clues to tell you what makes it important. Number 2 says, why do you think the video recording about the Constitution was made? So take a look at the information in the paragraph above and think about why we would have a video recording telling us about the importance of the Constitution. Once you've completed these pages, go ahead and scan and upload them into the unit opener assignment. And your next assignment is going to be Unit 4, Lesson 1.